Welcome into Rupp Arena, where in just a few short weeks, one girls basketball team and one boys basketball team will etch their names in high school basketball history as they vie for the Kentucky Athletic Association High School State Championship. And along with that, there are two other names that are going to be etched in history, and that is going to be Mr. and Miss Kentucky basketball. So I'm Christi Thomas with the UK Sports Network, and that's what our business is here today, is finding out who those candidates are for Mr. and Miss Basketball, which is here. I cannot believe that we're already talking about this, but joining me now is Lindy Lamkin, the Executive Director of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation, who puts on this amazing banquet and this amazing night for these athletes. So tell us a little bit about what's going on. It's happening on March 22nd.
Yes, and like you said, hard to believe it's already here.
Yes.
Basketball season year-round for Kentucky, but
Right.
especially this fun time of year. But all in support of celebrating these high school athletes. Our organization, the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation, was founded in 1954 and has been naming Mr. and Miss Kentucky basketball for many years. So a great rich history, and we're looking forward to this year's winners. But it's all in support of our mission, which is to provide vision services through education, detection, prevention, treatment, and empowerment. And we have collaborative partnerships that enable us to provide greater independence and increase quality of life for all Kentuckians while focusing on children and adults in financial need. So this is our biggest annual fundraising event of the year. So we invite supporters from near and far to come out to our event. Tickets and tables are for sale now, only through March 6th. So you definitely want to get in because we typically sell out, as
Always,
you remember.
every year. Yes.
We fill the Griffin Gate Marriott, which is here in Lexington, bring supporters and the high school athletes, their families, their coaches, friends. It's just a great celebration event, but all knowing that it's supporting a good cause. So we provide our vision services to tens of thousands of people, would fill Rupp Arena many times at no cost to them, always free of charge. And it's from children to adults. We have wonderful programs, and it wouldn't be possible without support of this event and the proceeds that it provides.
It's a beautiful banquet. To your point, it's at the Marriott Griffin Gate, and it's always a packed house. So definitely get your tickets, get in on that now. But if you can't be there, you can still help, because there'll be a great online auction.
Yes, so we host an online auction that opens on March 16th. So watch for information on that. Anyone can bid. So grandma in Colorado that can she can bid. We get the items to the winners. So near and far, whether you're at the event or not, that's a great way to participate. If you are at the event, you can take home your items that you win that night. There's something for everyone.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, everything's
Kentucky
great.
and beyond.
Yes.
So watch for that. So the online auction, the 16th through the 22nd. But as I mentioned, tickets are for sale now. You can go to mrandmisskybasketball.com/tickets. You'll learn a little bit more about the event, get your tickets before they sell out, and the deadline there is Friday, March 6th. So just a couple weeks. So don't procrastinate. Don't miss out. It's the place to be in the midst of the wonderful state of Kentucky March basketball. It's a great spot.
Nobody does basketball like we do, so you're going to come off of a girls' state championship, a boys' state championship, follow that up with this announcement on March 22nd. And hey, it's not every day you get to stand in Rupp Arena with a hoop right here. We might
slam dunk.
We could, that's what you need to know, is Mr. and Miss Basketball is a slam dunk. So make sure you get your tickets and go. But a lot of great supporters as well too. You all have had a lot of businesses that have really been a part of this for a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah, many sponsors that help us to make it an approachable event to people from near and far. We're grateful for that support.
Yeah.
They help us celebrate. The event is really special. I mean, right? You've got all of these award winners, and then the candidates, obviously, then the pinnacle, the Mr. and Miss Kentucky basketball. But what great opportunity to be there and be celebrated, right, for the accomplishments on and off the court. So definitely couldn't do it without our sponsors, and we'd love to be able to recognize them for sure many times.
That's right. Well, a big thank you to them. We'll tell you who they are right now. It's Community Trust Bank, the Louisville Downtown Lions Club, Network for Hope, UK Healthcare Advanced Eye Care, Park National Bank, MCF Advisors, Jostens, Prep Spin, Audiovisual Techniques, Tanya Witt Photography, and the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches.
This is where worry turns into relief, where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
Well, there are a lot of folks that certainly helped this banquet take place on March 22nd, and the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches is one of them. You play a huge part in this. Joining me now is Scott Chalk, who's the Executive Director of the KABC. Talk a little bit about that partnership and what that is about.
You know, our partnership with the Lions Eye Foundation has been a great thing for us. It's basically our charity. We've been with the Lions for forever, and working together on the game, on Mr. and Miss Basketball. So we love the foundation. We want to help any way we can. The banquet kind of came out of some discussions between the Lions and Ken Trivett, our past director, and that was a great idea, and we put it together. And I mean, it's been a great thing for the Lions Eye Foundation, and just for the charity and for all the people that benefit from it, and we're excited to be a part of it. And it's a privilege to kind of be involved with a charity and kind of for over the years for a long span, which is kind of a neat thing for us.
Yeah, talk about the KABC and who you are and really what the role is for the KABC.
Yeah, Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches, been around for over 20 years now. We've tried to started in the 90s, and we've tried to just support coaches and support the game in Kentucky, which we think is the greatest high school basketball there is.
Yeah.
So we've tried to be a resource for coaches, recognize and award coaches, which is one of our main things we do, and players. Consequently, making the game better for the players, really, which is what it's all about. And of course, our partnership with the Lions Eye Foundation and doing the All-Star game and all those things. But really, our main focus and our mission is to support coaches so that they can better serve the students and student athletes that play the game in Kentucky.
Well, you feel right at home in this seat then. You've been here a time or two. No, you know what it's like to be down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel good?
The seats are a little nicer than when I was here before.
Yeah, times have changed, right? Yeah. So talk about then the process. We are today announcing the candidates for Mr. and Miss Basketball. How does one get to be a candidate? How do they get, and then how do we vote on Mr. and Miss Basketball and determine a winner?
Okay. It's for seniors, of course. We do it for seniors. That's been a long-standing tradition in Kentucky that Mr. and Miss Basketball are a senior, and so it is for seniors only. We vote on through our Coaches Association, through all the seniors in each region. We vote for a Regional Player of the Year, which then also becomes a candidate for Miss and Miss Basketball, and that includes ties or anything else that happens. So we do that voting, and then once they're all selected, we have a vote, which includes not only the coaches from every school, but also media and those kind of people that can vote on Mr. and Miss Basketball, the actual candidate, and it's announced at the banquet.
And it's media from all over the state.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so this, and again, I want to go back to this, talking about being a senior, because this really is, once you become Mr. or Miss Basketball, you then become the number one on the All-Star team. So this is, and it's quite an honor, but there'll be a lot of folks that'll say, hey, well, what about so-and-so? They're a junior, they're a sophomore, they're a freshman, really coming on big. There are plenty of awards out there for those folks,
absolutely.
But this is reserved just for seniors, which makes it very special.
Yeah, and it's really a 4-year award.
Sure.
Nobody kind of wins Mr. Basketball or Miss Basketball like just on their senior year. Nobody's ever heard of you, all of a sudden you win it. It usually does not happen that way. It's kind of this person kind of gets a reputation as a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, whatever, and people know about him, they want to see him, and even King of the Bluegrass Tournament tries to invite all the people that are kind of candidates, with those players. So it's a 4-year award. It's not just something that's just, this year we decided. So you have to kind of build a resume.
Right.
So that's why it's important that it's a senior, and I think it's a good thing. Everybody has a chance at it once.
And speaking of the game, then tell us about that, because once this is established and once everyone graduates, we have a Kentucky-Indiana All-Star game, and it's pretty good stuff. Yeah,
it's exciting. It's the oldest running All-Star game in the nation.
Yeah.
We're over 80 years now.
It's crazy.
So it's a pretty, we try to keep it alive because it is a unique and kind of amazing thing. And the rivalry between Kentucky and Indiana is so big. I was watching the thing on the ABA. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yes.
It's come out now, but they were talking about how basketball began in Indiana. But we want to show that Kentucky is the place, the capital of basketball in America. So it was like, it's still going on, it's the same kind of thing. So, we just take a lot of pride. It's a lot of fun. Indiana has a lot of pride in it. So do we. We want to put together a good all-star team that's, it's kind of like making the Olympic team. We got to put together the very best team we can so that we can try to beat Indiana. And it's a big deal for us. And we'll play June 5th and 6th. The 5th we'll play here in Lexington, and then at Lexington Catholic High School, and then on the 6th we'll go up and play at Gamebridge Arena where the Pacers play for the second night of it. And so it's a It's an honor. It's a special thing. Nobody plays in it and then it's like, well, I wish I hadn't done that. I mean, everybody's so excited that they got to do it. So, I mean, it's a big deal.
I think for those of us that played basketball in the state of Kentucky, we certainly understand the value of that, and we certainly understand the value of this Mr. and Miss Basketball Award. So, Scott, thank you. Thank you to the KABC and all the support that you provide all the coaches across the state of Kentucky, but also your support of basketball and then your support of the Kentucky Lions Eye Foundation and of this award. We certainly appreciate it.
I appreciate it. It's our pleasure to do it. We enjoy it.
Well, we want to see you on March 22nd, so here's how you can get tickets. We'll first share the winners of the 3 student awards that will be presented during the 2026 event. First is the Donna LJ Murphy Award. This winner is selected by the Donna LJ Murphy family and is awarded to a skilled senior female college-bound basketball student athlete with proven academic credentials, possessing integrity, strong work ethic, a positive attitude, and who can be defined as a servant leader. This year's award will be presented to T. Yeast from George Rogers Clark High School. T has played varsity basketball for 6 years while maintaining an impressive 4.37 GPA and is committed to attend Robert Morris University to play basketball and pursue a nursing degree. Congratulations to T. Yeast, the 2026 recipient of the Donna LJ Murphy Award. The William Mr. Wildcat Bill Keightley Award winner is selected by a former team manager who worked under Mr. Keightley at the University of Kentucky and is awarded to a senior basketball manager who's made an impact on his or her team and has excelled outside of the basketball gym as well. This year's award will be presented to Alyssa Pittman from Mercer County High School. Alyssa has been a manager of the boys basketball team as well as the boys football team throughout her high school career, all while maintaining a 3.94 GPA and participating in several clubs and volunteering for numerous organizations. Congratulations to Alyssa Pittman, the 2026 recipient of the William Mr. Wildcat Bill Keightley Award. The Wawa Jones Award winner is selected by the family of the late Wawa Jones, a multi-sport athlete at the University of Kentucky and an Olympic gold medalist with Rupp's Fabulous 5. This year's award will be presented to Blake Burnett from Bell County High School. Blake has been a 4-year starter and leader for the football, basketball, and baseball teams at Bell County. He's been the quarterback, free safety, point guard, and pitcher and shortstop. Congratulations to Blake Burnett, the 2026 recipient of the Wawa Jones Award. Here are the 2026 KABC Regional Players of the Year and Miss Kentucky basketball candidates, starting with Region 1. KABC Region 1 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky basketball is Sailor Lowe from Callaway County. She's averaging 21 points and 9 rebounds per game for the Lakers this season and has signed with the University of North Alabama. KABC Region 2 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky basketball is Italia Green. A recent Kentucky State University signee, wears number 25 for Henderson County. She's averaging 17 points and 4 rebounds a game this season. KABC Region 3 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky basketball is Kennedy Lane, a guard from Davis County High School who's averaging 23 points and shooting 81% from the free throw line this season. KABC Region 4 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky basketball is Deborah Patrick for Allen County, Scottsville. As a center, she's averaging 13 points a game and pulling down 9 boards. KABC Region 5 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky basketball is Nora Kate Simpson from Nelson County. Simpson, a Brescia University commit, is averaging 16 points and 7 boards per game for the Lady Cards this season. KABC Region 6 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky basketball is Keziah Renee from Butler Traditional High School. She leads the Bearettes in scoring and rebounding, averaging 16 points and 6 rebounds per game. KABC Region 7 Co-Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky basketball is Ashlyn James for Assumption. Ashlyn has signed with Indiana University and is averaging 14 points a game, shooting 73% at the charity stripe. KABC Region 7 Co-Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky basketball is Bree Wilkins for Sacred Heart Academy. Bree is committed to play for Marshall University and is averaging 18 points and 6 rebounds per game for the Valkyries this season. KABC Region 8 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky basketball is Madison Young for South Oldham. She's averaging 19 points and 9 rebounds per game and is signed to play for Illinois State next season. KABC Region 9 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky Basketball is Jalen Jones from Ryle High School. A recent Western Illinois State commit, Jalen is averaging 21 points and 5 rebounds per game, shooting 81% from the free throw line. KABC Region 10 Co-Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky Basketball is Isabella Jasaria, a small forward with Campbell County. Izzy has been averaging 16 points and 10 boards per game this season and is signed to play with Thomas More University. KABC Region 10 Co-Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky Basketball is T. Yeast, a guard from George Rogers Clark. T is committed to play for Robert Morris University and is averaging 12 points and 4 rebounds per game. KABC Region 11 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky Basketball is Piper Graham, a point guard at Lexington Christian Academy. Piper is averaging 19 points and 5 rebounds per game for the Lady Eagles. KABC Region 12 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky Basketball is Taylor King, a point guard for Rockcastle County. She's averaging 19 points and 7 rebounds per game for the Lady Rockets. KABC Region 13 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky Basketball is Kyrie Lamb from Bell County. Wearing the 00 jersey, Lamb leads her team in scoring with 19 points and 14 rebounds per game. KABC Region 14 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky Basketball is Ava Napier, a guard for Leslie County. Ava's averaging 13 points and 4 rebounds per game while shooting 73% from the foul line. KABC Region 15 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky Basketball is Kylie Alvin, a point guard from Pikeville High School. Kylie is signed to play with the University of Pikeville while averaging 18 points and 6 rebounds per game. KABC Region 16 Player of the Year and candidate for Miss Kentucky Basketball is Gabby Carley from Ashland Blazer High School. A recent Malone University commit, Gabby is averaging 15 points and 6 rebounds per game while shooting 71% from the charity stripe.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled. His part of the big lunch meeting and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
Each face you see represents a story of hope, a life saved, or an enduring legacy. Every story begins with the power of yes. Organ donation saves lives. Network for Hope is here to honor that mission. Say yes to hope. Join our mission and inspire change.
This is where worry turns into relief, where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
Here are the 2026 Mr. Kentucky basketball candidates and KABC Regional Players of the Year. KABC Region 1 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky basketball is Miles Woodfork from McCracken County High School. He's averaging 24 points a game and shooting 77% from the charity stripe. KABC Region 2 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky basketball is Bray Kirk from Lyon County High School. He leads the team in scoring with 21 points per game and 4 rebounds for the Lions. KABC Region 3 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky basketball is Jonathan Moss, a guard at Davis County. He's signed with Chattanooga and has been averaging 24 points per game while shooting 88% from the free throw line. KABC Region 4 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky basketball is Jackson Mason, who wears the number 21 jersey for the Clinton County Bulldogs. He's averaging 17 points and 8 rebounds per game this season. KABC Region 5 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Jalen Crane from Caverna. Jalen is averaging 17 points and 5 rebounds per game. KABC Region 6 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Davon Harrison for the Jeffersontown Chargers. He's averaging 16 points per game and shooting 74% from the free throw line. KABC Region 7 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Jeremiah Jackson from St. X. Wearing number 23 for the Tigers, Jeremiah averages 17 points and 7 rebounds per game. KABC Region 8 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Andrew Sparrow. Andrew wears the number 24 jersey for Anderson County High School and is averaging 19 points and 6 rebounds per game. KABC Region 9 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is number 1 Athens McGillis from Covington Catholic. Athens is averaging 23 points per game and shooting 80% from the free throw line this season. KABC Region 10 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Malachi Ashford, a guard for the George Rogers Clark Cardinals. Malachi is averaging 13 points and 3 rebounds per game this season. KABC Region 11 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Jake Feldhaus from Madison Central High School. He's a recent commit to Belmont University and is averaging 21 points and 13 rebounds per game. KABC Region 12 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Kendall Phillips, number 23 with the Wayne County Cardinals. He's averaging 21 points and 5 rebounds per game this season. KABC Region 13 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Reese Davidson from North Laurel High School. Reese is averaging 20 points and 8 rebounds per game this season and is signed to play with Liberty University. KABC Region 14 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Seth Cottle, a shooting guard for the Hazard Bulldogs. Seth is averaging 21 points and 6 rebounds per game this season. KABC Region 15 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Brady Johnson from Shelby Valley High School. Brady's averaging 20 points and 9 rebounds per game this season. KABC Region 16 Player of the Year and candidate for Mr. Kentucky Basketball is Jacob Spurlock from Boyd County. He's averaging 28 points and 9 rebounds per game this season and is signed to play at Youngstown State.
This is where worry turns into relief, where confusion turns into answers. This is where your family can turn to the experts for the big things and the little things. Extraordinary care is right here. UK Healthcare, the power of advanced medicine.
Each face you see represents a story of hope, a life saved, or an enduring legacy. Every story begins with the power of yes. Organ donation saves lives. Network for Hope is here to honor that mission. Say yes to hope. Join our mission and inspire change.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled, his part of the big lunch meeting, and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
So a big congratulations to all of our candidates. What an honor. Even if you don't win, Lindy, this is such an honor to just be a part of this and to be nominated. So big congratulations to all these athletes.
Absolutely. I mean, as a parent, you can only imagine, right? And just the coaches, the time they've put in, and just to be recognized, and just all in support of a good cause.
Right.
That's what really makes our organization proud and happy to be part of this, right? It's history in the making, and it's helping people that need our vision services. So I think what better opportunity for a slam dunk. Right?
And it just gets better and better every year. I can tell you, I've been involved for some years now, and you guys the KLEF does such a great job with this event. So trust me when I tell you, people definitely want to get tickets, and they better do it quick, right?
Yes, yeah. We anticipate a sellout again, so make sure you visit mrandmisskybasketball.com/tickets. Snatch them up. Be sure you're on the list, and be there. Be there for the history happening, for the celebration, for great energy. Learning a little bit more about our organization, and just making it a night to remember. Right?
It's always a night to remember. It's a ton of fun. So thank you to the KLEF for doing this and being such a huge part of it. Kentucky history in the making for sure. So be sure to join us on March 22nd at Marriott Griffin Gate. We hope to see you there.